we go, and we're live. And guys, I'm super excited because we're bringing you another one of the world's very first AI certified agents, Corinna. What's going on, Corinna?
Hey, Nick, how's it going?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. I'm excited for you to be on here, especially because you have over 30 years of sales and marketing experience. You are in Florida with the great eXp Realty. And now recently you decided to spend the week learning about artificial intelligence with the Krem Institute of Artificial Intelligence. And let me ask you this, Corinna, coming into the course, going through the certification, what were some of your thoughts around artificial intelligence?
Well, prior to coming in, I had been looking at AI. AI is very noisy right now in the media, in multiple verticals of business, and really, it's where do you begin, right? So that was really my thoughts around it prior to coming in was where do I begin? I was getting umpteen emails, even from you, Nick, which was great, but it was trying to decipher like where was I going to go to really start honing in on AI to better my real estate career and help my clients.
And I know what you mean. It's a hot topic. You see a lot of people talking about it. There are a lot of different avenues you can go. Some are real estate related, but most of them are really about business. So let me ask you this. Out of all the emails you saw, out of everything out there, what made you choose the Krem Institute?
Because I figured out it was the best because it honed in on real estate. And I didn't need to know how to use AI for the stock market, although I wouldn't mind cha-ching, right? But that's another day. But really, I have a tech background from selling tech from 1996 to 2012. And I sold big tech to big Fortune 250 companies. And so I know the importance of honing in on what your vertical is and staying in your lane. And the more I did my research, the more I realized you guys were not only in my lane, you guys were like, you know, the NASCAR on steroids in my lane. And that's where I wanted to be.
Well, I think
that really helped me make my decision.
Yeah, and I think that's really important too, is getting a training, getting the exact training that you need. Because I can't tell you how many courses that I bought and I go through it. I'm like, well, I can't use any of this in my business. It sounds great, but it's not what I need. Right. And then especially going through the week, going through the training, becoming certified. What were some of your biggest takeaways going through your certification?
Okay. In fact, it's ironic because this morning I was having a call with another realtor who just came into the program from a training that I did. And he was like, what was your biggest takeaway? So I just answered this. So thank you. Really, some of the biggest stuff was, we all talked about ChatGPT. Everybody had kind of dabbled in it. You put a couple lines in, it spits something out. You're like, oh, that's cool. Not any better than Alexa, right? And so, which Alexa and I have a love-hate relationship. She loves to annoy me and I hate her. And so anyways, with ChatGPT, we learned how to actually educate correctly the ChatGPT. We learned what a prompt was, what a chain was, how to build off of that, how to keep going, how to educate our ChatGPT to actually speak in our voice or somebody else's voice, which I love. I could have used that growing up against my sister. Mom said. Anyways, the whole thing is from that and then moving out to the other platforms that we were trained on, it really gave us a knowledge and an understanding. And because we were forced to do it, it wasn't like we read it in a book and was like, yeah, I get it, and move on. It was actually where we had to do it. And the best thing is not to push it off to an assistant to do it yourself, because this is where I feel like the rubber meets the road right now with AI. If you're not doing it yourself and you're giving it off to an assistant or a kid to do it for you, the problem is that you're not actually going to understand it. And the way AI is moving this fast, right? Like back when I was first starting to sell software in 1996, I don't even think you were alive yet, Nick.
I was 2 years old.
So while you're running around in diapers, I discovered that the technology curve was moving about 18 months. And then boom, the next tech would come out. Now with AI, and AI has been around for a long time. It's just now mainstream.
Right.
It's like instantaneously, every minute something else is coming out. And so if you're not learning it and doing it yourself, you're going to get left behind. And if you're not taking a course like Krem AI, you're left behind. But you could take the course and have someone else do it, and you could still get left behind. You have to be hands-on on this.
And I think that's really important too. Like you were talking about the training of it, understanding how to train it. Because yes, we show you how to do the basics, go through and set up like how you want to do your content, how you want to do your emails, how you want to do your lead gen, how you want to do your listing descriptions. We show you how to train it. But once you understand that concept, and not only the concept, but know how to train it, you can continue to train it to do more and more and more. You know, that's a little bone I have to pick with some people out there that are just selling prompt packages. Here's a prompt package. Because you're not really training. It's like you're giving someone a fish, right? You're giving someone a fish. You don't actually know how to get in there, train it, get it set up, and do the right things. Now, once you get this, the prompt packages are 10 times better because you have your Chat GPT trained to do the right things for you.
Exactly. Yep. And of course, there's a bunch of other programs that we learned that I put into place and I love. And I leverage Chat GPT a lot of times in some of the other programs that the platforms that you guys rolled out to us. So that's spectacular. So those are all really big takeaways for me.
And, you know, I think another big part of this too is something that we say, one of our core beliefs is we believe agents should spend less time behind a computer and more time communicating with their clients. And I know people out there like, but you're teaching AI, which is behind a computer. So Corinna, can you enlighten people why we're able to spend less time behind a computer and more time communicating with clients when we know how to use AI the right way?
Absolutely. If you spend a week right now getting a listing prepared, or 10 days. I know some realtors take 2 weeks to get all their stuff together as they're preparing for a listing. Sometimes you don't have 2 weeks. The people need to go now, right? If you can leverage AI to help you write out your narrative and all 5 video prompts that you're going to go record yourself for Facebook. So, and all your social media is LinkedIn, TikTok, you can have them all the same. You can make them different. You can have your advertising pre-written ahead of time. You can get all this done in 10 minutes or less. And 10 minutes because you're thinking about it a little bit. Not because the AI is slow. Your brain's not keeping up, right? Because Nick, we all know from you that the AI is 150,000 times faster than the human brain. Maybe a little more if you're natural blonde like me. So, you know, the whole thing is that you can set everything up that you need, all the way down to the copy for your postcards going out or your letters to the neighborhood, whatever you do, 10, 15 minutes. It takes you more time to go copy and paste it and start doing your video than it does to get all the answers. So it really gives you the chance. And if you have all that handled, now you have time to start marketing broker opens, open houses. If you want to walk a neighborhood and introduce yourself to all the neighbors, where before, if you were stuck behind the desk for a week, 10 days, whatever it is to prep for a listing, you miss out on all those opportunities. Or even better, you have time to go find more listings. Right?
You know, speaking of more listing appointments, you recently had some success utilizing some of the emails and things.
And I have another surprise for you that I did today.
Let me hear about it. You know, Corinna, tell us about the success.
That's right. All right. So Nick keeps telling us, send an email out to your database, send an email out to your database. And I'm like, okay, I have MailChimp. I pay for MailChimp. I've never used it. I have my KV Core. I do use that a little bit, but really, do I really want to send this out to everybody? So I have a very large database. So I did a little test case on 1,000 because I was like, if I piss off 1,000 people out of like 15,000, it's not the end of the world. What I found out was, oh my gosh, my email has almost broke. I have, from all those emails that I sent out last week, and it was a different email than what I sent out today. So we'll talk about that in a second. I ended up with a bunch of people writing back. They were so excited about the whole AI story and what I'm doing to go, you know, take over the world, which they already know. I think there's somewhere up there. I don't think you can see it. Where is it? I have a book up there. It says Global Takeover. I love it. And it's empty. It's my book. So I ended up replying back to all the emails that people would write back to me on, as you should, right? And so I'm at stoplights texting people back. I'm in the office. I'm right before bed answering them. And I ended up with 15 listing opportunities.
Ooh-wee.
Now it's mine to win or lose,
Yeah.
right? I still have to go out and meet with everybody. And some of them aren't ready right now. Some are like baby city board, but I'll take them and I'll nurture them and I'll still keep them, right? And then today I drafted up a new email. I'm getting a little fancy with my MailChimp, and I'll have to send this one to you, Nick. It's great. Yeah. Anyways, I sent it out to 2,700 more people. And my email is jacked up.
I love it. I love it. And guys, it's just a simple ideology when it comes to marketing. When you get in front of more people, you're going to get more business. Where attention goes, money flows. And even more importantly, that you're not just sending an email to just send an email out. I know a lot of these databases follow us, all these different places have these campaigns that are in there that are very impersonal, that simply do not work. When you utilize ChatGPT the right way, when you first identify who your ideal client is, and then draft these emails, you can get some of those great results that Corinna's getting.
And you're going to love this, Nick.
So
my email today was partially me and partially ChatGPT.
Woo-hoo.
So it's human touch with the AI.
And you know, I think that comes down to training it the right way, but also, like you said, you have a great marketing background, so you're able to construct some of those things as well.
But I realized even with my marketing background, I was working on this email this morning and I didn't want to spend an hour on it. So I went into ChatGPT, told it what I was doing, and it gave me a couple extra prompts. I liked some of them I didn't. I kind of picked and choose, but that's the important thing, right? You have to go back and read. You can't just copy and paste, because it may not be what you want out, but you might get part, or you might tell it to do it something different, or you have to give it different instructions.
And you know, Corinna, you're also part of the secret society on the back end.
I love the secret society.
So tell us some of your experience here that we have in the AI Real Estate Society on the back end.
Well, the AI Real Estate Society is amazing because it is realtors from all over with all sorts of backgrounds, selling different things from we have a gentleman out there that helps with distressed properties in California, to luxury agents, to our guy up in Canada who I love to death with his crazy energy like Nick, and is always blowing me away of different things that he's doing with his team. And what's nice is, first of all, we all collaborate. Like nobody holds back, which is awesome. And we share and give and what have you. But also, we also learned some new tech that you guys roll out to us and give us some training on to keep us cutting edge. And that was the other thing, right? I didn't want to just go get certified and then what? I had to go figure out more. The fact that you guys roll out an extra society, a special society, a secret society, that we have the opportunity to continue growing. If we have questions, we have a tech day on Wednesdays at 12 noon that we can go. Is Chad partially like an AI himself? That's what I want to know. He's amazing.
He is not, but we're working on it. We're working.
Okay. I call in for one question and he's picked up not only my AI question, but like 4 other tech things that I didn't even know I had a problem with.
Yeah.
I love him. But the AI Society is incredible because everybody is collaborating together. They're supporting each other's wins. They're helping each other if someone's having an issue with something. And that is incredible in itself because it's not just one real estate company. We're talking about all sorts of companies, boutiques, big companies, little companies, franchises, corporates, you name it. And I think that's a really big nod to you, Nick, for setting up that type of an environment. And that's not easy to do because a lot of people are worried someone's going to steal their idea or whatever. Not in this one. We're all in it together. We've locked arms and we know what our mission is to get to the top with AI.
Yeah, and I think that just comes down to the law of abundance. Everybody there knows that there's enough business for everybody, and we're in Operation Takeover mode.
Yes, we are.
So, Corinna, Operation Takeover, we have these shirts, we have the hats. Why don't you tell me, what does Operation Takeover mean to you?
So Operation Takeover means I'm not getting left behind. And I've locked arms with a group of people that keeps getting bigger and bigger. So I'm waiting for you to tell us that we can lock arms and cross the country without getting up, right? Yeah. But really, it's so we can stay on the cutting edge and do bigger, better things faster, more efficiently, while still taking care of our customers the best way possible.
And Corinna, let me wrap it up with this one question for you. What does it mean to you to be one of the world's very first AI certified agents?
Just listen to what it sounds like. It's incredible. Yeah. And it is definitely something that I take very near and dear to my heart and I have been running with it because you get one chance to be the first in something. And before you know it, there's 5 more people on your heels. And so I want to make sure that my feet are firmly planted in my sphere and in my location, so people know to come to me first if they have AI questions or they want an agent to actually stand apart from somebody else.
And I believe you need an agent who is AI certified, who knows artificial intelligence, how to use it in your marketing, get it in front of more people. Guys, Corinna, thank you so much for joining us here today. If you are in Florida, you need to be reaching out to Corinna because she is one of the only AI certified agents in the world. And I thank you so much for coming on here with us today.
Thanks for having me, Nick. It was great.